yes, all of these cards, of which I will summon things. You know, the context of this game is that we're supposed to be like omnipotent beings, just like summoning these minions to run in and die for us.
Not just like Pokemon trainers who are way out of their league.
This is functionally God Complex, the game.
Yeah, I mean, I challenge you to a fight. I mean, it's
With the fate of innocent beings as both the fodder and the collateral.
I challenge you to fight. No, I'm not going to fight you. I'm just going to draw these things out of their habitat unexpectedly and plunge them into a bloody melee.
Something very fitting about a Britain and American having this.
Well, I guess basically when you put it like that, yes, war.
Well, it's Adventure Brodeo, and there's casting and magic and all kinds of shit. Oh no!
I like that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's apt.
So, folks, if you are not familiar with this, I am Drew Hayes.
And I am Steve Wetherill.
And we are both authors, and we also do some podcasting stuff on Authors and Dragons, and we do this weekly stream called Adventure Brodeo that started off with WoW, but now we kind of just go wherever we want. And this week we are taking on Magic the Gathering. So this is my first time playing Magic the Gathering Arena, second time for Steve, who did you face off with last time?
I'm a veteran now, Drew. I played John and was destroyed by him several times in a row.
Did he use starter decks, or did John bring his like full whatever he's accumulated?
I don't know what happened, Drew. It was all very quick.
I mean, you're gonna get your teeth kicked in regardless. John knows Magic the Gathering.
I don't think he brought his personal library of cards with him. I think it was just probably what he magically gathered.
Just picked up the stick and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, that was enough, really. I mean, I got to play Rick as well, so it wasn't all carnage.
There you go. So I guess we're waiting for Steve to choose whether to keep 7 cards or to mulligan.
Yeah, I'm going to keep... Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to try and remember what I learned last time John kicked my ass. I'm going to mulligan.
You fool! I have no idea if that was the right move or not for you, bud.
No, me neither.
So this week we're picking something a little less frantic. We've been doing some high energy games as of late, which is fun, but, you know, part of the draw of Adventure Brodeo is us kind of talking about the writing, the behind the scenes stuff, and all that jazz. And so we'll be tackling some Discord Ushin questions as we go, and we'll be looking at the chat, but this is a little bit slower paced way to do a stream this week after, God, the madness of Boomerang Fu.
Yeah, Boomerang Fu was that was intense. There wasn't a lot of time to chat during Boomerang Fu. Too much murder going on.
I was sweating by the end of that last round. I was genuinely sweating.
Yeah, I mean, the Brodeo is supposed to be sort of like an escape from the pressures of the real world. You need angry bananas throwing fucking psychic boomerangs at me. Who wants that? It's a nightmare.
God, that wall of boomerangs. I have nightmares about that. I will say I like the idea of a digital magic scape because it's just frankly the rules for Magic are a pain in the ass. And, having something else keep track of them all is nice.
Yeah, I mean, there was a nice little tutorial for the online game, and I had John walk me through some of the more complex stuff, which I immediately forgot. But, yeah. He was saying basically you need someone to kind of hold your hand for it for a good few games. Maybe for your entire Magic career, I don't know.
Oh, goody. You have some sort of giant monster.
Well, I picked the giant monster deck. But I think I've made a mistake right off the bat. I didn't realize you could mulligan your hand twice. And I accidentally did that.
Oh no!
And now I have one less card than I wanted. So that might be my only monster. I don't know. Let's hope he lives up to the job.
Boy, oh boy.
I have deliberately not played this game much since we last played it because I can see myself getting sucked into this.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I do get the appeal. There we go.
Scratches the completionist and customized building itches very well.
Indeed. So let's get this out of the way first, Steve. What have you been working on? What secret project are you not going to tell us about?
Actually, I've still been working on my shingles, Silent but Deadly Hill. And the reason I'm working on that in a minute is because I've got quite a lot going on. And shingles are... You can sort of work on a shingles casually because they're all mad nonsense. So I've just been enjoying that kind of laid-back approach. But I've mostly this month been focusing on the comic book crowdfund Indiegogo for Chronicles of Calamity Issue 2. Just trying to make sure everyone's heard about that, annoying people on YouTube, annoying people on Facebook. And it's going all right. 90% funded so far, 10 days left to go. If anyone wants to check that out, there's still some cool tiers available. But, yeah, be quick. And that's about it, really. What have you got?
I have been working on my Spells, Swords, and Stealth number 5. Again, we're still pretty early on, so expect to be hearing me say that for a while. I needed to break things up a little bit this week, so I took one break and worked on a little bit of outlining for one of my own upcoming Shingles books that I have planned. Obviously can't talk much about that one without it being secret. But it is one I'm really excited about. It won't be out until later in the year. It's holiday themed, so that should kind of tell you the limitations imposed upon it. And
it's
otherwise...
like a 1 in 3 shot there. Unless you're waiting like a Mayday themed shingles, I don't know.
The Arbor Day. Actually, if anything, I probably should write that at some point.
You should definitely write that.
I've joked about that in various things enough.
We churn out a lot of shingles. We should have one for every obscure holiday.
I mean, certainly not going to hurt. So yeah, I took a little break to work on that for a touch, and then... But I mean, we're on Wednesday, so it's only 2 days into the week, so that pretty much tells you where I am. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not exciting, but that's the process of writing a novel, is I'm going to have that for just a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my project with Rick, which really needs me to get my ass in gear over, but that's still too early days for me to talk about. It's still very mysterious. So, sorry.
I'm either going to be really happy I did this or really sad. Let's see how it goes.
I finally got a decent card. I turned my pack hunter into a colossal pack hunter.
I mean, that pretty much is the soul of a green deck, is just getting a big-ass monster to whoop the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. That's the only... It's a lot of kind of disappointment and then a Godzilla.
Meet extra Godzilla Jesus.
Oh, I like your dog. Got a little alpine watchdog there.
I do.
Shame if someone trampled it. Chat also points out, Michaela, thank you. The Brandon Firemaster audiobook has landed. That's available now. You should go and download that immediately on Audible or Amazon. Written by myself, Steve Weverill, and E.M. Kaplan, and narrated by the wonderful Wally Shiras, who was on our side quest not so long ago, the Game Masters versus Game Disasters side quest, where we talked about the documentary Game Masters and just shot the shit about board games for an hour. A surprisingly enlightening and entertaining podcast. Providing you're interested in board games, I guess.
It's just a race of damage at this point.
Yeah. One cool thing, and that's it.
Where'd my birds go? Oh, sorry, Watchdog.
God, this fucking thing. Jeez. Well, there's not a lot I can do. I mean, I can't realistically block anything you're going to throw at me, but particularly as that bird can just fly over my jungle goblin.
Yeah, the Impassioned Orator Hallowed Priest combo is just a real kick in the butt. Every time a creature comes in, you gain life, and every time you gain life, you get a +1/+1 on Hallowed Priest.
I do like that deck, specifically because of that.
It is a fun one. I'm going to try a different one next to get a sense of it all, but it is an entertaining power for sure. Bird attack, bird attack. Get ready for a bird attack. Oh no, that's so much worse than I thought it was.
He was the most powerful wizard in the world, but then someone threw a bird at him. That was the end of him.
Bird fight!
Chat says, have you tried the game Boss Monster? No,
I feel like I have a small card board game labeled that, but not like a digital one.
Might be worth looking into.
Oh, let's see. We had New Winter's Mask. When's the next spread coming out? Well, it is currently in edits, so my estimation would be summer of 2021. I'm being a little more ambiguous on timetables right now because we are still in pandemic, and so things are just not running at a predictable pace right now, so I'm padding. But I would expect midsummer, maybe late summer, depending on things, but definitely this year. Again, it's written, it is being edited right now, so things would have to go really crazy wrong.
Jeez. Don't tempt fate.
I mean, I didn't say it was impossible. I said it would have to go really crazy wrong.
We've already had so many things go really crazy wrong over the last...
do you want to challenge me again, Steve?
Yeah, I'm going to challenge you again.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that part.
I didn't bring a particularly useful game there that time.
Hey, it is a lot of it is luck of the draw. Starting yourself with a card disadvantage probably didn't help.
Probably not, no. I'm already starting with enough disadvantages. Right.
Select
deck.
Okay. I will do... alright. I will do the black deck.
Okay, I'm going to go for... Goblins everywhere.
Oh god,
Red
no.
deck. I like this deck. It's just ridiculous. There's no art to it at all. It's just you throw goblins at people and hope for the best.
That's a red deck, alright. Oh, let's see.
Well, apparently, a guy in the chat is saying they love Boss Monster and their wife won't play it with them anymore. So it might tick the whole ruin a friendship box, which we so dearly love to explore on the Brodeo.
So while you are figuring out which whether or not you're going to mulligan or not, I am snagging stuff from the Discord usher questions. So Striker7 asked if we have watched the Snyder Justice League. I have not. What are your thoughts on it? I won't watch it. And is an ATM even possible? God, no. No. I mean, so A, no in the sense of you're not going to get enough of us together to watch that thing. And two, it's literally not possible, as we learned when we did Endgame, because the voice recorder software we use caps out at 3 hours.
Yeah. Voice. Sorry. Technical limitations.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh
be
no.
done.
Gosh darn.
I did watch the Justice League snack. I don't know if we should do a follow-up, because I think we did a How Did This Get Made for Justice League. I don't know if we did it as a side quest or a... What am I talking about? Mimic Chest, our Patreon exclusive podcast. But I think me and Rick could probably do a follow-up. We've both seen it. We've both got things... I don't think we'd probably surprise anyone with our opinion on it, but what the hell? Might be a fun way to kill an hour or so. We can get Bevan involved. He won't know what the fuck we're talking about.
That's the joy of Bevan on those things. Oh
Yeah.
man, out of the gate swinging.
Zap. Instant laser gun.
Well,
Love red decks.
to that I say...
God.
Who wants a kiss?
Zap. Fuck whatever that was.
Son of a bitch.
It was like shitty goblin instead. That's satisfying. It's always satisfying when you can do that. It's not strategic at all, but it's satisfying. Yeah, I think maybe we'll do a mimic chest on it. We'll get nice and drunk. Talk about how we spent 4 hours watching a movie we already didn't like. But we could probably get some content out of that.
I mean, that's functionally what we made you do with Ghostbusters, but on a larger scale.
That's true. Yes, it's true. I wouldn't compare it to Ghostbusters 2016, but then what would I compare to Ghostbusters 2016? Werewolves of the Third Reich?
I think that's a bit of a stretch. If nothing else, Ghostbusters did have ghosts and busting.
That's true, yeah. That would have been great if they just had one ghost in it in the last 5 minutes. Just to really fucking put the boot in. This has been a fun red deck, but I think it hasn't been a particularly useful one.
I mean, you're up on life, and you've killed everything I've brought forth. You're doing pretty much what a red deck is built to do.
Boom.
Now, apparently there is a digital version of Boss Monster, so we might have to check that out.
Yeah, I like the sound of it. I think it's got a good name, and it destroyed Guyver's marriage in the chat, so there we go. It's got a lot of things going for it already. Oh, I did not have a lot going on here. I think I might have blown my goblin load.
Let's see. Say hello to an old friend!
Didn't I evaporate you?
Yes, you did.
He's an horrible Like an 80s metal album cover.
Well, 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 we meet again.
Well, it isn't the same cards. Ah, any point in me attacking with these things? No, there's no point in me attacking with those things. We'll just embarrass both of us. Or me.
God, this guy has a look to him.
He's really enjoying being a hideous vampire.
Ah!
The vampire who's also just walked in on his mum in the shower or something.
Oh.
Ah, right. I've got let's get rid of that guy. No one likes him.
No.
And
Yeah, he was creepy.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. He was creepy.
I didn't want to find out what he did. It can't be anything good. Chat also asks, what are you excited at for A&D Con 2, Electric Boogaloo? It's not officially named that yet, chat. Might
But
be.
only officially.
I don't know. We've got we're slowly building the docket of what we're going to do, and we're kind of building up what we can put on the panels and what things we want to do from the last con we did. I was going to say last year, but of course there's a missing year there, so
We did
That's not
Digicon.
true.
We had, you know.
oh, that's true. Yeah, we did do some things in Digicon, but yeah, we've got our plans. We've got things planned out. I think we've pretty much got kind of 2 full days of entertainment already planned out. It's just kind of shuffling and logistics. But that doesn't stop you guys from throwing some ideas at us. You got something you'd like to see at the con specifically? I can't guarantee we'll fulfill that promise, but or fulfill that ambition, I should say. There's no harm in asking. No harm in throwing an idea out there. What would you like to see at the con? See why we should have to do all the work. You get involved.
Very, very fair. Am I waiting for you to assign something? Okay.
No, I'm waiting for you.
Okay. I had it next. I wasn't sure if you had a chance to do blockers or what was up.
Punch me in the face. Well, that thing just keeps on getting stronger.
Power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Nice! Result?
Oh, with power 2 on that. Alright. Oh, that's his ability. Let's see.
Yeah, you
Okay,
have to tap him. Summoning sickness.
Well, he's useless. None of these other guys have abilities. Well, this the Tin Street Cadet Goblin's ability relies on there being more than one of them, which suggests that I want more than one of that card, which I don't think anyone does.
Oh
The Nest
god,
Robber.
that's so jet. The Nest Robber has haste. Not okay. Let's see. So, another question we had. I'm stealing this one from our game question segment that we have on our Discord, patreon.com/AuthorsAndDragons. Oh, I have to hit something, I guess.
Okay. Do I want to attack? No, I don't want to attack. Either point. There's no point.
So, Zach of All Trades asked us, what is some fun homebrew that you've ever encountered or played with? And so, this is more referring to gameplay than I guess alcohol, though he says alcohol is fun too. My friend made a Skittle Brow, a Skittles beer that was pretty good, so I will give him credit for that. But the greater, the homebrew one that I would most talk about would be my friend worked on a version of 5e, just for his own edification and having, that was... Oh yeah, that'll do.
Oh.
Say hello to my not-so-little friend. And so yeah, it was really neat. It was based around an idea where experience didn't generate, didn't go into like a cumulative, experience didn't just go toward a level, it was straight points that you could spend on features like strength, a skill, a attack bump, and they were weighted on cost based on the, help they got. So you could save up for something cool, or you could buy lower level powers and try and be more versatile. And that was so fun. We were massively overpowered. By the end, but it was just so much fun to really get to play and customize in a way that we never had before. So yeah, that was just a ton of fun.
Oh, that does sound good. No, I can't say I've got much experience in homebrew other than making my own monastic tradition path for Temple of the Many Fists monks, which was enormous fun. I don't know. I sometimes think it would be... I don't really know enough about 5e to kind of start reskinning it, but it does sound like something I'd like to do. I used to do that as kind of a hobby when I was young and we didn't have the internet. I'd use ResEdit to just reskin existing games into something stupid. Yeah, I'd like to do that with Dungeons & Dragons. Why not? It's effectively what we do with the podcast, let's be real.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Hey, you could say it's what we do with our art, in a way.
Yeah.
Adapting, reskinning, taking the tales of our youths and adding our own modern ideals and thoughts upon them. No, that's giving us way too much credit for dick jokes.
Well, you could put it like that.
You could, but you'd be a bit of an asshole.
That's the very resume way of putting it, I guess. As for a homebrew alcohol, I don't know. I went for a brief period of brewing beer, but mostly from packs. Didn't really take many chances with it, and I think I brewed one batch I was completely in love with, and then a lot of disappointing twaddle. So, not a great story. We used to, when we were working nightclubs, we used to make custom vodka by just basically opening a bottle of vodka and pouring whatever candy we thought would be nice into it. So, I think, again, Skittles vodka worked, but Orange Smartie vodka was the favorite. I was going to say the flavorite, which is also true. All right, I'm going to challenge you again. I sucked that time as well, but it was fun. Playing red cards is always fun, even when you lose.
I'm going to go green this time. I like a green deck. I enjoy just building up the big monster and letting it run wild. We had someone on the Twitch channel ask, there's an A&D Discord? There is a great A&D Discord community, been around for a few years now. We also have A&D conventions, including one in 2021 called in Nashville. It's all connected to the Patreon, patreon.com, Authors and Dragons. So yeah, the tiers are pretty reasonably priced. Come check it out, and we would love to see you there. There we go, pluggery.
Hey,
man, you always win the coin toss.
Well, it's the only thing I have won, Drew, so...
Fair enough.
Maybe just give me that one, eh? I've gone with the nice, sensible deck this time. I don't know if it is nice, sensible, because I've just been fucking around with these things. I don't even remember what is in these decks. Here, have a cat. I assume that's useful. I assume I put it there good reason. No. Guy with a spear is gonna fuck up my cat.
I think your cat is pretty huge compared to, like, if your cat is the charmed stray in this picture, it is the size of a mastiff.
That's true. It does appear to be some kind of cat god. This may go my way yet. We'll get an attack in while I can. Smack. Have that.
Oh, that's what lifelink means. Damn, that is much more dangerous than I thought it was. Take that back.
Oh man.
So back to our game questions. Slog asked, when making a character for an RPG, do you start with what you want to do mechanically, be a paladin or a good punch machine monk, or do you create the personality of the character first? And I would say that for me personally, it varies a lot based on the my familiarity with the system. If it's a new system and I'm kind of learning it for the first time, or I'm exploring concepts that I haven't gotten to mess around with, I am a lot more prone to doing the thinky stuff.
Thinky stuff.
Now I have a cat.
Oh no. Oh man, you should be able to get an all-cat deck.
I'm sure that's a thing.
Has to be, right?
I played a guy in college when we were playing Magic a lot. It's a good friend of mine named Dan, and he had a squirrel deck. And a squirrel deck. And it was an interesting one to play against. And for the life of me, I still remember a card he had that made it so that every time he did something, he got like a 1/1 squirrel token, and it would just destroy us because he would run over. And the flavor text of that one was, "An army of squirrels is still an army."
That's fair. Yeah. That's worth considering.
Having gotten my ass whipped by those squirrels a lot of times, yes, I can assure you it is.
I mean, it's a humbling lesson, but it's a lesson you should heed.
Yeah. You only should have to get your ass whipped by a bunch of squirrels once.
You're a change man after that. Oh, I forgot this thing was flying. Damn it. Never mind. So was the question, do you build the technical character first, or build around the personality? Was that?
Yeah, it's, do you start with the mechanics, or do you start with the concept? And I went with if I'm new to the system, I start with the mechanics, because I have to figure out how the mechanics work and everything in order to, you know, see how it goes. But if I've played for a long time, you know, like 5e or D&D, or, you know, if I have something I've gotten to play a lot of, it's not even true for 5e, I really haven't gotten to play that much because of all the DMing, then, like with 3.5, I played so much 3.5. I played 3.5 into the literal ground. And
coming at you.
You are indeed.
The angel cat combo.
Well, I can't block the flying one.
Oh, cat v cat. This is what people tune in for.
It's a catering! It's a catastrophe.
Yes. Yes.
Oh god, Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. How'd you get life on that last one?
Sacrifice my cat.
Ah. I was like, oh no, do you have some sort of fucking life generation thing I haven't noticed?
Just a cat. He's gone now. Played by one hand.
I heard just a cat.
paw.
He's God now.
He's gone. He might be. I don't know. This is a very unusual game. Yeah, pertaining to that question, I like to say it's because I'm on a podcast that I will always build a character to a personality concept and try and be as true with the stats as possible to that. That's kind of what I do in video games as well when I have the choice. But as long-term viewers of Brodeo may know, I do have a penchant for choosing roguelike characters in the hopes that these interesting and fascinating roguelike characters might actually be fucking useful once in a while. They never are. And that's pretty much what I'm doing with Salty Bastards at the moment. I am building that character based entirely on a personality type, and I aim not to make any kind of character building decisions that wouldn't complement or kind of be feasible for that personality and background. So we'll see how that works out. I've already said to everyone, don't expect me to be particularly useful in combat.
It's A&D, why would they?
But I wanted to make a cunning old rogue who has bags of experience about shit, but that's only really useful if they're put in very roguelike situations. It's not very useful if they got to wrestle a Godzilla or whatever. But, again, that's what the tanks are for. Alright, I ain't got much going for me except for those pacifism cards.
Nerd!
I mean pacifism specifically for you, not for me.
I guess I'll kill him while I have the chance.
Oh no. I got nothing. This isn't looking good. Oh man.
Yeah, but the only thing that I can get through is my jungle, my little spear guy.
Oh, look. Gave me a planes card. Thanks. Thanks, Magic the Gathering. Piece of shit. Someone in the chat says, Leslie in the chat says, they used to run video rooms at BuzzCon long ago. Some kind of convention, I guess. We used to love running the game room at a convention if it was close enough. Oh, we're in Nashville. But I'm not sure. We had a few games running the last con we did. I imagine there'll be a few more this time round. You can't invite people to an Authors and Dragons convention and then say, wait, no gaming. Only we are allowed to game. You can only watch. That seems a bit unfair. Hey, I got another cat.
Nice. Yeah, last time we did it, we Oh, what do you call it? Sorry, I lost my train of thought while the thing kept drawing my attention to your cat card for some reason.
It's cool. Look at that cat.
Oh yeah, last time we did it, we had a holy crap game run by the A&D players as the GMs. That was a fun one. Everyone got to hang out and have a good time. and see what it was like to do some DMing for a bit. My God, this. All right, well.
This is going to be a cat massacre.
It's a catastrophe, bud.
Oh my God. Gigantosaurus.
Gigantosaurus. Just here
the biggest
to ruin
dinosaur
your
they
day.
could find. That's the problem with the green deck. If you don't take them out early enough, eventually they're just going to pull a giant fucking dinosaur out their ass.
That is the green deck promise. Is if you don't kill me early, it's gonna get big.
Okay. Another planes car, cheers. Just throw my cat at that dinosaur. All the shit it'll do.
Go get him, kid. Cat just
Sorry,
staring at you
Garfield.
as it walks back. Oh. Well, I have to bring this card out now.
Of course. Oh, this is not looking good for me.
Heart of the cards.
Zach in the chat says Bevan DMing would be fun to watch. I don't know, whatever Bevan tells me about his DM experiences, I get the impression he makes it as deliberately boring as possible so he doesn't have to do it again. I think he always described DMing as being the designated driver. But who knows? I'm absolutely destroyed there.
Yeah, that's green. You're either gonna lose early or you're just going to plow.
Somebody in the chat says, are the guys who make the music and songs for your channel going to be there? And can we buy that music? Those guys are, I'm afraid they're on my side of the pond. So the chances of them turning up for this one, probably very slim. The Gore Call 4, of which there are only 2 members. Although it's worth pointing out that at the first live convention we did in Las Vegas, Ash, the singer of the Authors and Dragons theme tune, did show up. So, who knows? I'll certainly invite him.
Oh man, it'd be great to have Ash back again.
Yeah, he had a great time.
He's a cool dude.
He was a cool dude. And maybe get the other member of the Gore Call 4 there as well.
Be awesome.
Yeah, I can certainly ask, but I know it's difficult to guarantee because of travel situations, basically.
Well, let's see. While you are accepting my match, what deck would you like to try this time, Steve? I've been picking first for a lot of these.
No, one that isn't one I'm not going to lose on. I don't know. Did you challenge me to a game?
I did.
Oh, that's odd. It's not coming up.
While you are accepting and choosing your deck, Robert Oropeza asks us, do you have a go-to food or music you consume while writing? I don't listen to music, and I generally have to take a break to eat food. When I'm working on my writing, I tend to stay pretty on the task. Alright, what'd you go with, Steve?
I'm going to go with aerial domination.
Alright, then I will go with Goblins Everywhere. I was going to do blue or red for my last one.
Goblins Everywhere is fun. I don't have really... I try not to snack when I'm writing at all, because I don't need anything like that. I snack it every other time of the day. I do like to... Because I have a day job, and writing is as much a kind of relaxing thing for me to do as it is a second job. Sometimes I do like to just sit down if I've got an evening free, get some beer and do some writing, and that is fun. Usually a lot more typos to clean up afterwards, but yeah, I enjoy doing that. It doesn't make me any better at writing or I don't think it really makes me any worse either. But it's fun sometimes to put on some music, have a couple of beers, and just scratch out a few chapters. As for go-to beers, ale, darker the better. That's where I'm at the moment. Mind you, the weather's changing, so I might change to kind of lighter, more summer-appropriate beers. Who knows? See how fancy I'm feeling.
Man, I've been riding the cider train for a while, and very happily at that.
I don't know, I can't get into cider. I did try some alcoholic ginger beer the other day, and it was nice. Normally I try and stay away from too sweet stuff, but that was good. So maybe I'll give cider another go, I don't know.
I've found
a cider prude.
There's a lot of varieties that I enjoy. There's one I really like called Austin East Ciders. They do an orange cider and a pineapple cider, and man, the citrus really goes well with that. It kind of just makes it a nice tang. Of course, if you can get your hands on Bishop Art cider, they have what is, I would argue, one of the best ciders around in the game, and that's the crackberry cider, which is cranberry, blackberry, and not inappropriately named.
I'm a little bit let down. When you first said crackberry cider, I thought, finally, about time.
Just
Science and nature combined to make the ultimate cider. But no, okay. Fair enough. I guess. I don't know. I've got faith in the future.
Terrible idea, that.
Terrible idea. Will destroy many lives, but I don't know. It's just what I want.
No thank you to that.
I was going to say this. The aerial deck is the one I'm least familiar with, but I don't think that really matters, given my performance so far.
Considering that I'm pretty sure the Goblin deck isn't going to have a lot of flying options, I am trying to get my damage in while I can. There it is. Son of a bitch. I knew it.
Kind of Minotaur.
But can the Minotaur see why kids love cinnamon? I don't know.
For that, I'm gonna unsummon that Minotaur. Back to the deck with you.
No, my Minotaur.
Second enchant this creature. No reason. Smack. Take that.
Ups.
Lion face.
Whoa, not cool, Steve.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Probably wouldn't like it if you called my guy Human Face.
Yeah, I keep meaning to ask how we're supposed to change up avatars, because, like, I like my Lion Dude, but I definitely thought I had him just because I was starting off with that particular deck, and now I've had him the whole time. I'm like, did I just pick the Lion Dude at some point? Is that my inner Lion Dude being represented?
Maybe, yeah. Smack. Keep on forgetting these guys fly. That's useful. That's a useful thing to remember. Chat says Crackberry sounds like a druid's drug of choice. Yeah. Well, one druid in particular. And we have a Villains Code 2 question.
I saw that one, but I skipped over it both because it kind of touches on a little bit of spoilers for folks who haven't read it yet, and to be frank, I think it gets answered in the book, but a little further down, a little further in.
Okay. Well, you heard him, chat. Read the book. Oh no. Bombardment.
Murder! Murder most foul!
Can I block anyone? No, I can't. Biff.
It's a race to the bottom! Oh god. Come on, goblins!
Oh my god, oh my god. That'll have to do.
Oh man.
Got some cool things in my hand, but
Forgot how
I have
expensive it is to try and do a red deck. Well, hello there, familiar friend.
oh, back again. Oh no. Oh, I'm taking a kicking.
I mean, I'm not doing great either. I'm down to 10. You've got flying. It is a battle. Let's see. While Steve is going.
I don't even know how to use a lot of these cards. All I know is I've got this octopus. And I like him.
Let's see. Oh, we have a fun one from Grizdrop who asks, tomorrow you wake up in one of your books as yourself. What do you do? If I'm in... I guess if I'm in SP, I'm screwed because everything there, power-wise, is based on, you know, getting the abilities. Okay, you're attacking me with your Sword Guardian. And I think... yeah, we'll just wash. Sorry, yeah.
Minotaurs.
So if I wake up in superpowered, I'm screwed because genetics is the known power source there. But if I wake up in Villain's Code, I am gonna try and get a superpower. It might blow me up, but you know what? Fuck it. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play the odds. I don't know. One of my books. But I don't know actually. I mean, I guess there's plenty of opportunities for keeping your head down in my books. If you're in Shoot the Dead, as long as you're not in the isolated area where that thing happens, you can just live your life out quietly, knowing that you know there's a sinister underworld of the undead just beyond the society you live in. I suppose that you don't have to let it bother you.
If you're gonna be weird about it.
I was just doing all right there as well. I put a lot of faith in the person that did nothing.
It was that raid bombardment that did it. The ability to hit when you declare an attack, even if they block you, it just chips away.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing in the Red Hand. Oh well. Yeah, I guess if I woke up on Birch, again, I think I just enjoy being an ordinary person in a ridiculous fantasy land.
I guess if I woke up in Fred, it's functionally pretty close to our world, but, you know, with, like, the secret undercurrent of magic thing. So I would know about the secret undercurrent of magic, so, yeah, I'd probably start chasing powers again. I'm not gonna lie. Having an intimate knowledge of how most of the things worked in these worlds, I would immediately start hunting down powers.
See, if I knew I was in Shoot the Dead, I would just definitely keep my head down. Don't want any part of that.
We also took the right different worlds.
It's horrible. I'm staying home.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for this week's Adventure Brodeo. Thank you all for joining us. We will be back next week with another game. Until then, I've been Drew Hayes.
And I've been Steve Webberell.
And we will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.